In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your unique human experiences are about to become your single most powerful asset in this brand new world of AI search. So let's dive right in. So let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. If you're still using a content strategy from 2023, is your stuff about to just disappear? Because the answer is very likely yes. The game hasn't just changed a little bit, the whole board has been flipped upside down. And here's why this is such a huge deal. Recent studies are showing that when a Google AI overview pops up, that #1 organic result, the spot everyone's fighting for, loses about a third of its traffic. Poof. Gone. Instantly. That is the new reality we're dealing with. Which leads us to a pretty tough truth. The tactics that worked, the ones that dominated search for the last 10 years, they're becoming obsolete. The old playbook? It's officially broken. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We are not talking about some slow, gradual change here. This is a massive shift. Relying on old tricks like keyword density and basic backlinking, well, that's now a recipe for becoming completely invisible online. So here's the real problem we're all facing. We are drowning in a sea of AI-generated sameness. It's just endless content, rephrasing other content, adding zero new insight, zero new experience. And the thing is, AI answer engines are now specifically trained to see right through all that noise, to find and totally ignore what they see as low-value AI spam. Okay, so if the old game is over, how do you win? Well, you have to learn the new rules. And the new game is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. To put it simply, GEO is all about making your content the most helpful, the most authoritative, and the most citable source for an AI. You're not just trying to get someone to click on your link anymore, you're trying to literally become part of the AI's answer. And this comparison really shows you the shift. Traditional SEO was all about fighting to rank your link in a list of 10 blue links. But GEO is about becoming the trusted source that an AI actually uses to put together a direct answer. It's a fundamental shift from being a destination to being the origin of the information itself. Here is a super simple way to get your head around this. Large language models are basically giant pattern matching machines. They've learned from the entire internet that have a break is deeply, deeply connected to KitKat. So the goal of GEO is to build that exact same powerful connection between a person's problem and your brand's solution. And this, right here, is the key to the whole thing. In a world that is just flooded with artificial content, the single most valuable thing you have is authenticity. Your real, genuine human experience is the one thing an AI can't fake. Now, you've probably heard of Google's EEAT framework before, but let me tell you, it has never been more critical than it is right now. AI is actively looking for these signals. Signals of experience. Did you actually do the thing you're talking about? Expertise. Are you qualified to talk about it? Authoritativeness. Are you a recognized source in this space? And trust. Is your information accurate and reliable? This is literally how the AI separates the real value from all the fluff. So what does that actually look like? Well, an AI is basically running through a checklist. It's asking, does this content come from real first-hand experience? Does it have original data or research that nobody else has? Can I actually verify the author's expertise and their credentials? Is this a unique perspective, or is it just another rehash of what's already out there? And finally, does this brand have a consistent, trustworthy voice over time? Okay, so that's the what and the why. Now let's get practical. Let's get into the how. Here's a real playbook for creating content that AI engines will actually want to feature and cite. All right, let's walk through 5 really actionable steps. Number 1, you've got to share your experience. Tell personal stories, share case studies. 2, provide proof. Include original data, even if it's from a small survey. 3, structure for AI. Use clear question and answer formats that are easy for it to grab as a snippet. 4, inject your brand voice. Develop that unique and consistent tone. And finally, number 5, build trust by citing other credible sources. Let's make this super concrete. The before is that generic AI sentence. Proper lawn care is important for a healthy yard. Okay, but look at the after. After testing 5 fertilizers on my Kentucky bluegrass, I found that the nitrogen-rich formula increased blade density by 30% in just 2 weeks. You see the difference? One is useless fluff, the other is undeniable proof. Now, this is how an AI would actually analyze that kind of authentic content. This is based on a real-world example of an expert named Ron, a turfgrass specialist. His content is packed with specific details from his own work, and the AI spots that immediately. It sees the expertise, it sees the experience. And here is the payoff. When an AI needs to answer a question about lawn care, it doesn't grab a generic article. It references Ron's content. And why? Because it's credible, it's specific, and it's backed by real-world experience. His authenticity is his superpower. It just works. So let's bring all this home. The new strategy isn't about trying to trick an algorithm anymore. It's about fundamentally becoming the most reliable, the most trustworthy source of information in your entire field. And as you start to apply this, please make sure you avoid these common traps. First, don't just use AI to rephrase what everyone else is saying. Second, stop robotically stuffing questions into your headings. It looks unnatural. Third, think beyond just links and pay attention to when your brand gets mentioned. And finally, don't hide your experts. Showcase their credentials and their experience with pride. So, if you only remember one thing from all this, let it be this. An AI can summarize information, but it can't have an experience. It can rephrase things, but it can't have a truly original perspective. Your unique human insights, that is your ultimate, irreplaceable advantage in this new era. So I'll leave you with this one question. Whether it's for your company, your personal brand, or for a client, what is the one piece of data, the one lesson you've learned, the one story that only you can tell? Find that, because that is where you need to start. If you found this valuable, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more insights. Thanks for watching.